Hello and welcome to another episode of the Grad Hub. Today we have with us a very interesting lady from
Mhm.
Ghana who will be sharing with us her experience as a student in the US.
Okay.
She's been to a university in Kansas and now she's at UNL here in Lincoln. And she'll be sharing with us her experience so far as a student in the US. Welcome, my dear friend.
Oof.
Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't mind him, it's mine. So my name is Francisca Lawson Titebi. I'm a first year PhD student here at University of Nebraska Lincoln. But I got my master's from Kansas State University. Yeah, so this is a little bit about me.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. So she's very interesting because she's one of the most funny ladies you can find around,
Mm.
but very serious with her academic work as well. So,
Okay.
Franca, can you share with us before you came to the US, after you had your admission,
Mhm.
how was the feeling?
Oh, it was exciting. Everyone, you watch movies about the US and yeah, a lot of stories. So you want to like have that experience. So I was really excited to come to the US and see the things for myself. And yeah, so I think I was just excited overall.
Okay, cool. And before you came, did you have any expectations? Because most times people have expectations. As soon as you get your visa and then you have your ticket and you know you're flying to the US, you
Mhm.
begin to build for yourself some level of expectation about what you want to expect here, what you hope to gain in terms of your academics, in terms of your financial gains and all those things. Like, what were the expectations you had coming to the
Oh,
US?
yeah, that's a good question, Danny. I was really, I think when we know that people are in the US, we always think, oh, there's money. It's like when you're working, you can easily get money or something. So like those kind of things. I was like, oh, I'll even walk a dog and get money, or walk somebody's cat and just get money. So that was like those expectations. Like it would be like good money. Like I'm not saying that it's not like a good experience. Being here is good. Don't get me wrong, but I was like expecting that it would be easy to get money, and also like I know there's movies like you walk around and you meet someone, you guys crush each other, you fall in love, like just like oh you be able to like make good friends, like which is good. You make
Mhm.
friends, you'll be able to like fall in love, be able to travel easily, be able to do whatever you want, like without restrictions. That was like one of the biggest expectation I had.
And what is the reality?
So the reality is, as an international student, there are a lot of restrictions that you have to follow. With
Mhm.
your visa type, you can only work on campus. There are a certain number of hours. Even the money you get, your stipend, yeah, like you have expenses that you have to cover. You have like rent, you have utilities, you have like other things that you have to pay for. So as much as you think, oh, the exchange rate is good, like a dollar is like something Ghana cedis, you're getting a lot of money. Like in reality, is like everything you're getting is like you're using it to pay for your expenses. And you can travel for conferences, like apply and get some
Mhm.
funding. But it's not like you just wake up one day and just like I'm in Miami or I'm in like California or something. It's not easy. Like you
Yeah.
can't just get up. You have schoolwork. You have like a lot of things that you have to do as a grad student as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. So, in
Mhm.
terms of academics, how
Yeah.
did you find the adjustment process as a person learning from Ghana and coming to the US, different environments? How
Yeah.
did you easily adapt to the learning process here?
Yeah, so that's also a good question. I know in Ghana we have this thing like, oh, you're smart, you're an A student. It's like, oh, if you come to the US, it's gonna be easy. Like when you come, you realize that the people that you're in the class with have been used to the system for like a long time. So
Mhm.
it's like your A student is not anything. It's just like you have to really learn quickly, be open to like learning new things because the curriculum will be different. Like how teaching style. Sometimes you not even hear the professors. Like in the beginning, I was just like,
Huh?
huh? What did you say?
Huh?
Come again. It's like, yeah, so the accent, yeah, adjusting to the language, even though we did like everything is taught in English, you think, oh, when I
Mhm.
come to the US, it's gonna be easy. Like
Mhm.
now, so it's like the accent is another thing you adjust to, and how like assignments, like every week you have like things. homework or you have assignment that needs to be done like before the next week. And it's like if you don't do the assignment, the next week that you come to class, it's like new things. It's like a
Yeah.
build up. So you need to do it and have that like basic like basis to move on to the next like content the next week. So it's like you always have to be working like go, 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 like
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So you have to be very proactive. So I think for me I was very proactive, like spend time in the library if you can, but find places that you can really stay, like be open to try new things and you don't pile the things up and wait till like
The last minute.
last minute and be like, oh, I'm going to cramp all these things into my head and just pass.
Yeah.
It's not like it doesn't work. So you have to learn new learning strategies. You have to like make friends, like find people who are good in the class. Like Daniel is good in stats anyway. So you find people that you can who are good in the class and be able to like work with them and also spend time. But have fun learning as well. So
Was there ever a time you spoke in class, like you spoke your best English and nobody heard you?
yeah, so many times. I think with my masters, like the first year, it was like I had those experiences. Sometimes I know what they are talking about and I want to contribute, and I start talking, and everyone's like, interesting. And you just know that the
Yeah.
interesting is not
Yes.
interesting.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's one thing that, yeah, it was like big. And sometimes when you share like your experience from your country, it's like, oh, it's like, it's foreign to them, it's like
Mm-hmm.
new to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to learn things about the US in order to like give example based on the US. So you
Yeah.
can keep in your examples from your country, but if you use that example, that contribution, it will be foreign. So like try and you have to try and find like things that you can compare with the US. Like, oh, in the US, this is what you see, but in my context, this is what you see. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of
Comparative analysis.
yeah,
Very
so
good.
if you
Yes.
do those things, they can follow along. But if you just get up, it's like, hey, this is what I know. Be like,
It's a different
ooh,
worldview altogether.
like yeah. So that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Sure. So if you just joined us, we are on the Grad Hub, and then we have Francisca with us today. Um, I'm just asking her some questions about how she adapted so far in the US. But
mhm.
let's come to the food.
Okay,
How did you?
American
I
food.
know in Ghana you were eating like kinky, some banku, and then some jollof and stuff. And when you got
Mhm.
here,
Yeah.
what was the story?
Hmm. That's. I have a funny story to share. So the first day I got into the US, the person who picked me up, I told the person like I'm really hungry. And she was like, "What do you care to eat?" I was like, "Oh, anything rice, but I want
Hmm.
it spicy." Yeah, so she took me to Panda Express and it wasn't spicy. So I think Americans, when you say spicy, they think of like you put in like sauces, like maybe soya sauce and other things to make it like sweet kind of. But me, the spice was like, oh, you know, like Ghana, you have like stew, like you can taste ginger, you can taste pepper, like that
Some
thing.
garlic and
Yeah, but this one you don't taste anything. It looks like sugar. But so that's the thing. So I had to quickly learn that the food here is either has salt or it has like
sugar.
sugar. So like that's something you have to learn. And like the spice, some people use black pepper and they just like make something spicy. I was like, this is not spice. Like when you're cooking meat, you season it with like a lot of things. So I think the big thing that for me I had to learn is like learn how to make my own food. I knew
Hmm.
how to cook back in Ghana, so it was like easy. But the you know how to cook in Ghana, but the ingredients maybe you not find
Find
them.
everything
So
here.
you
Yeah.
have to learn
Find a way
how
to
to
make
like
adjustment.
yeah, learn how to use the ingredients that you find here to make something that you eat. So I try to eat like banku. I make banku. I make fufu. I eat kenke. Like I have like a good. I have like this. My auntie makes kenke, so she sometimes ships them to me. So
Okay.
shout out to my auntie. Yeah, so she makes those kenke. I get to eat kenke. I get to make beans, plantains. Like you get plantains here, and like there are some African stores so you can get those things, but American food, I've still not learned how to eat a lot of cheese, so I can't do like everything has cheese, like
Yeah.
soup. What
Yeah.
like it has
Macaroni
cheese.
with cheese, mac and cheese.
I please mac and cheese. No, don't try that thing. People like it, by me, I don't. So
Yeah.
it's just like you have to learn what works for you and just like go with it.
So
But
there's a misconception out there that if you can get African foods to buy.
Hmm.
As a student, if you want to rely on buying African food, will your stipends be enough to sustain you?
Now, if you decide to like go African way and go to the African shop every week, then you're going to be broke because the things are expensive. I know they ship the things and bring you them, so for you to get like things that are maybe like you want to buy meat for food and all those things. It's good, but it will be very expensive. Like if you want to keep up, so it could be something that you do occasionally,
Mhm.
or it could be you could just buy and cook in bulk and try and eat it. Or sometimes if you see people going to Ghana, you can send them if it's possible, that kind of thing. But you also have to learn how to eat the American food sometimes
Yeah, yeah,
because you can't always be buying like meat fufu and meat banku and be making soup and all. And you also have like a tight schedule. So you can't
yeah.
be like, cooking Ghanaian food takes a long time.
Time.
So sometimes you need something that goes quick. So sometimes I eat noodles, I eat rice a lot. Or sometimes I just like try and eat fries and chicken once in a while. It's like just like spice it up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
But I think even with our education, there should be some level of cultural integration.
hmm
So even learning how to eat the American food one way or the other is part of the cultural integration.
yeah.
So
So,
I think we all
hmm
still love the Ghanaian food, but once
yeah.
in a while we try out some new American food here
Mm,
and there. So what's
yeah.
your favorite restaurant?
Oh, for me, I think Applebee's. I like
Okay.
going to Applebee's. I like their food a lot. I also like Qdoba. I also like. I don't think Qdoba is a restaurant though, but it's like a fast food place. Qdoba is there. I think Chipotle too is there. But if it's a restaurant, I like Applebee's.
Okay.
And
Cool.
there's also like this steak. I think it's called Texas Roadhouse. Their bread is good. Wherever you are, check that restaurant out.
Mm. You've
So.
been going out a lot.
Yeah, I like to like hang out and explore and just try new things. So
Mm. Okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to ask you one last question before we come to the hard truth section.
Okay.
And how do you see social life in America?
Hmm.
In Ghana, you find social activities almost every day, everywhere.
hmm
If you compare that to the US, how do you compare that?
Yeah. So one thing about the US is very individualistic, like everybody to themselves, like kind of thing. So it's very hard to like just like in Ghana, like you wake up and walk to your friend's house,
Uh-huh.
or you just walk under it, you'll be passing by and people will be sitting in groups like chatting and yeah, that kind or you see kids playing outside. It's not something that you really see like
Yeah,
here.
in the
Or
US.
you see it on special occasions, maybe it's 4th of July or something happening. And on college campus, like campuses, they usually have like groups,
Uh-huh.
international groups. Like here, they have like international fellowship, students
Fellowship.
fellowship. I know back in Kansas, we had something like Bridges, we had HIS, like we had different groups. Like you can join those things, and they have like different events that they organize like weekly basis
Uh-huh.
and organize trips as well. So you could, those are the ways that you could put in, get your social life pieces. But, and also you have to learn to how to stay, communicate a lot on phone, like
Yeah.
texting, calling, like people, saying, because it's really hard, like honestly, like building like strong friendships like with people that I can easily hang out. Everybody's like, I need to get my work done. I have like so many things due. I don't have time to do social life. So it's just something that I have to be intentional, but it's really bad here. So
But social life in Ghana is better than here, right?
yeah, social life in Ghana. I will always like, if I had to go back to Ghana for something, I'll go back for the social life. But
Okay. All
you
right.
know,
That's fine. So
so
um time for the part you like most,
yeah, I'm
the hard truth
excited.
section.
Let's
So
see.
we have a couple of questions, about five of them, and you just pick three,
I
and we'll throw
picked
the
it. Why
questions
not
at you.
one?
No, you pick three.
Okay.
So
Wish me luck. Ooh, I'll choose one.
okay, good.
Okay, let's
So this
go.
is question three for today.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Let's hear it.
it's it's very interesting.
Okay.
Um, if we were to select between an African man An American man, which
Why
would you
this
select
question?
and why?
Why this question? Okay, if I had to choose between an African man and an American man, I think it depends. I don't discriminate, so that's a good thing. So it depends on what I'm looking for in a guy is or in a man. Is I'm a Christian, so I would want somebody who is like has a strong relationship with the Lord, like and not just like going to church, but somebody who's like read their Bible, pray, their character, like look out for those things. So it's
Mhm.
like a big thing for me. So if and I think race or religion or like country of origin is like maybe fourth on the list. So there are things that I'll look out
So
for.
what's first on the list?
So like their faith background, like
Mhm.
Christian,
Mhm.
also their character, how do they like relate with people and
Mhm.
all those kind of
I'm
things.
going
Yeah, going. I know
third.
you are going. Yeah, and somebody who is hardworking, like
Okay.
yeah,
Cash Kakra.
yeah, and hardworking. Like so, you don't have to have all the money now, but at
There should
least
be a
you'll be
vision
working
towards
towards
something.
something. So like use vision. Like the
Vision.
person should have
Vision.
vision,
Okay.
and the fourth one will be like the race, right?
So let me put you in the tight corner now. If you had an American man who meets all the first three, and then you have an African man who meets all the first three, and you have to
Yeah.
make a choice.
So maybe another thing I would use to choose is like I'm not a neat freak, but I want my space to be clean. So, and it's something I've noticed. Like, I'm not saying that all Americans are, but some Americans, it's hard for them to keep their spaces clean. And also, like with cultural barriers, like with those things, maybe I might lean more to an African man than an American man.
Okay, fine.
But yeah,
And you need to finish further.
if the American person is clean, I'll definitely go for that person.
Okay, that's fine.
So, so I choose another one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something close. I hope it's. I think you have a hand in this questions.
So have you ever seen any beautiful guy here in the US who's caught your eye?
Ooh.
And what about him drew your attention?
Yeah, yeah. There are actually a lot of handsome and beautiful like men out here. So both white and African, and Europeans, like people from European countries as well. So
So did you see one guy like that?
yeah, I've seen a
And
number of
oh
them.
really?
A number of them. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you see them, you are going walking to class, and or you go to a conference or something, and you see, I was like, oh, this guy is cute, or this guy is fine. Yeah, but yeah, one that has really caught my eye. Yeah, the person's. You said the person's like why?
Yeah, why? What caught your
I
eye?
think it's the
You see?
person's character. Like the person is like kind, gentle. Like I know I can. I'm like I can be difficult sometimes, but the person entertains, like tolerates, not like
Yeah.
entertain, tolerates
All
all
your
my
difficulties.
being a woman. So yeah, all the
Okay.
drama. Oh,
So you know you guys you do perform a lot of drama, right?
yeah, so, ladies, we know,
Okay, she's the one saying not me, right? Ladies perform a
ladies.
lot of drama according to her.
Okay, let's see. Choose the last one. I'll
Yeah,
go
your last one.
for this one. I hope it's a good one though.
Yeah, I think so.
Ta-na-na-na.
A tall guy or a short guy?
Oh, definitely a tall guy. Please. No, I'm not saying short guys are out, but yeah, definitely a
Why
tall
why
guy.
why why
Why?
why
Why should I explain my answer? Oh,
I told
but
you that
wait,
behind every answer there should be a
why?
reason or the why. So
So I would choose a tall guy, like if I had to pick, but I don't discriminate, as I said.
okay, I'm gonna push you, right? You know I like pushing people.
I said that
So
if I had to choose, I would choose a tall
so
guy.
no, let me just listen to me first.
Okay.
So if I'm going to you have two different guys,
Mm-hmm.
tall and short, they meet all the boxes that you want them to take.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you have to pick.
I would
Is
definitely
there
go for the tall guy. I said if I had to pick, I'll go for that one.
what's the reason behind that?
What's the reason? Every girl likes a tall guy.
Every girl likes a tall guy. Really?
Most girls.
Okay. So who should marry the short ones?
For they are short ladies, so go
So
for
they'll
it.
go for that. But instead
Yeah,
of
or maybe the short guys they are called to being single. Sorry, short guys.
you are going to have some results coming your way very soon. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you very much for being very frank with the
Yeah.
questions. Now let's get back to a few other questions before we bring this whole episode to an end.
Okay.
Um, I know it's very difficult adjusting to life,
Mhm.
and sometimes you miss home so badly, right?
Mhm.
What were the moments that made you regret coming to the US?
Oh. Mm. That's that's a tough question, but it's a good one. I think the moment will be. I think sometime last year
Okay.
when I was wrapping up with my masters. Yeah, it was kind of hard. Like when you're working, I think something that you have to learn with research that it doesn't always go as planned. Yeah, so it can be very stressful. Like maybe you're still collecting data. You have like with graduation, you have a timeline. You have to like finish
Yeah.
these things, have to like submit things. So it was like really hard getting things done. It was like you are low on motivation. There are lots of things happening at home, and you feel like you want to be there and you can't be in those spaces. So I think that was the time I really wished like I was like, why am I here? Why am I getting this degree? Why am I doing my master's? Why don't I go home? And I this a funny joke, but I was like, why not find some old rich man and get married to in Ghana or something? But we are not doing that. So it's just like you miss sometimes you miss food, you miss like people, or they'll be like maybe a close friend or family member in Ghana will be
Hmm.
sick and you really want to be there for them, you can't be there
Yeah.
and like and there's sometimes there are lots of miscommunications and you wish like you were in person to do it. Or sometimes you just want to like just take a break. But here it's like you are the system is made that you it's hard for you to take a break. Like
Hmm.
if you take a break, you are either being feeling guilty for taking that
Yeah.
break. So you wish you could just vanish and be in Ghana and have fun. So those are some of the things.
I've had my moments as well, but today I don't see it. So,
Yeah.
um, have there been instances where colleagues of yours in Ghana have reached out to you to send them some money because they think you're in the
Oh
US
yeah, a
and you
lot
have
of
a lot of
times.
money?
A lot of times. I had to
Share with us one experience.
Yeah, there've been a lot of experience. I don't even know which one to pick, but there've been a number of them where everybody assumed that so far as you're in the US, they even do the exchange rates for you. So that's another thing. They will exchange the money. They'll be like, oh, this is like if you send me $50, it's nothing. But I have to work like almost 5 hours to get that $50. Like almost five
Hmm.
hours to get that $50. So it's not like something you get easily. It's not something like you just get the money. And yeah, so I've had to end friendships, stop talking to people, or cut some people off because of that thing. And yeah, and sometimes it could be family members as well. It's like everybody wants something, and it's so stressful because you're in this space where you're trying to adjust. Like you don't feel like it's home. Yeah, there are lots of things like that coming your way, lots of
Hmm.
stresses, and you feel like, oh, you want to talk to someone back home, then you call all the person wants is like money.
Money.
So it's just like you really it's questions a lot of friendships that you have. It's a good thing because you learn to know who are the real people in your life.
Hmm.
But it's also very painful when people that you expected that they will understand misunderstand you. But
Yeah.
it's something that you have to prepare for if you are planning to come to grad school in the US. It's something that you really have to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people are still angry with me as I'm talking now.
Yeah. So I think people don't understand the fact that as students we are on stipends
Hmm.
and you have bills to pay. You need to pay for accommodation every single month.
You
You need
pay
to
every
pay for
month.
phone bills. You need to pay
Yeah,
for
phone
utilities.
bills.
You need to
Hmm.
go grab some food to eat.
Yeah.
And sometimes you even need to buy some things for yourself.
Yeah, and you pay international student fees like as part of like your it's not
Yes.
like everything
Everything is free,
free.
like
You
in
pay
the sense,
some
yes.
amount of money like
So
every semester.
sometimes you need to the money you save for like 3 or 4 months, you use it to pay for the
Next
next
semester
semester's fee.
fees.
And people
So
don't really understand this. So I had an experience where somebody called me for money
mhm.
and I said, okay, I can give you 17 bucks. I was like,
Oh
it's too
no, no,
small.
it's too
The
small.
person told me straightforward that was too small.
Yeah,
I
they
was
want
like,
$100.
70 bucks. I'm giving you literally half of what I was going to spend for the month
Mm-hmm.
or on food
Food. Yeah.
just for you. I'm going to find a way to manage myself for the month, and you think it's too small.
Yeah. It's so
So the
sad.
person started giving me attitude one way or the other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fine, you know. So
You
I
just have to
it's one
move
thing that
on.
people need to really, really understand that it's not students are not workers.
Mm-hmm.
We only
Yeah,
work for a stipend.
students.
The
Yeah.
work we do, we only get stipends for that. We don't
Mm-hmm.
get full salaries for that, and
Yeah.
we have a lot of bills to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that we really need to put across so that people will understand this properly and then make up their minds on that.
Yeah.
So before we go, if you were to select any state in the US,
Mm-hmm.
I know you have been here, you have been in Kansas, you've been in Nebraska now. If you
Mm-hmm.
were to select any states in the US, which states are you going to go to and then why?
Am I staying there or I'm just visiting?
Like maybe your ideal state to stay. If you,
To stay.
yeah,
That's gonna be a hard one. Where to stay? I think I'll find somewhere on the East Coast. So
okay.
maybe somewhere like Maryland, PC.
Just
Like
mentioned Maryland, special interest.
no, but those places are expensive though. So
But why Maryland? Any special interest?
no, don't mind Daniel. He's trying to pull something
Some
that will not,
strengths, right?
some strings that are not allowed. Yeah, but okay, I would say Maryland, but I also like Texas, Dallas.
Okay.
So
Texas, yeah.
so I
Nice
could
weather.
choose Dallas or I can choose Maryland.
Okay.
So like somewhere in the weather that feels like home, so
Okay.
like Ghana.
All right, that's
But the
fine.
Midwest too is nice. Kansas was also good. So
Very nice and
it's like
very
my
affordable.
yeah, my top three would be Dallas, Maryland, or Kansas, Manhattan. So
Mm.
yeah.
So before we go, shout outs to one single guy before we go.
Oh, shout out to one single guy. Hey guy, I know you
Hey,
watch
hey,
this.
hey, that's not what I mean.
He
That's not what I mean.
understands.
Okay, fine.
He
All right.
knows.
Okay.
So I don't have to explain.
Mm. All right. So thank
Thank
you.
you all for tuning into our channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you very
my
much.
channel, not Daniel's
No problem.
channel.
It's a thorn in the ass. So
Okay,
all right, thank you
bye.
so much. And
Hey, this
um
handshaky idiot.
mhm. So until the next episode, please stay glued to our channel, share with your friends to join us, and listen to the stories of your fellow students in the US who are going through all these challenges and sharing with you their experiences. These experiences, we hope that through them you'll be able to make up your mind on certain expectations that you need to build before you come to the US to study. So catch us next time in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.